Okay, hello and welcome. How we feeling, everybody? Hello, hello. Happy Feel Good Friday. We're going to practice yin. My name is Casey, and Betty is here. She might be joining us. We'll see. Okay, hello, Diana. Welcome back. How are you? Happy Friday. Happy Friday the 13th, right? And it's not a scary day, you guys. Okay, it's such a bunch of hype. Okay. April, welcome back. How are we feeling? So let me know what's going on in your body tonight, physically, right? How are we feeling physically? Any injuries? Anything wonky? Anything I need to be aware of as we practice? I have some thoughts always floating around in there about what we're going to do. But please, this is about you, your body, your practice. What do you need from me? How can I guide you? And how can I facilitate tonight's practice? Hello, how are you? Jane. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but I like the I like that. That's cool. All right. Okay, physical stuff. What are we feeling? Where are there any areas of need, concern? I was thinking about hips a lot today, and I was just thinking about postures that we haven't done. So I pulled out my books because I forget. I'm human, right? I have poses I just gravitate towards frequently, but I know there's some other ones out there. So I wanted to just ask you, are we feeling hips? Okay, it has a French pronunciation, but thank you. Okay. Hi, April. You love the number 13. It's a great number. Feeling pretty good, having some nerve pain. Okay, low back, hip, and groin, and always tightness in the neck, feeling especially irritable and tired. Okay, I got you tonight for sure, April. Okay, welcome, welcome. All right, nerve pain. Yep, I'm just gonna put this in here. Low back. Please feel free. If anything has not been mentioned, um, please feel free to add in the chat what it is you are looking for tonight. Hips. Okay. Hips. Okay. All right. Hello, Laura. Hello, Susan. Hello. Welcome. Anti-inflammatory meds are working, so bring it on. Okay. Well, I don't want to take it too far because, you don't want to overdo it. Hi, Priscilla. Welcome. Hips. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of hips. Hips don't lie. That's right for sure. Sciatica. Pooja. Hello. Welcome. Okay, sciatica. Yeah. All right. I have things. Hip opening. Yes. Okay. So I'm thinking, how are the knees feeling tonight? Are the knees okay? Please have some blankets or some towels because I'm hearing of hips. I'm thinking let's do some tadpole, if I could spell, tadpole frog, and then we can do some variations on that. I was definitely thinking maybe some shoelace, half shoelace as well. Yeah, okay. And then I just want you to start thinking about your props. So thinking blankets, towels, pillows, bolsters, 2 like-size items if we're going for blocks, or books, or big cans. Like if you have big cans of tomatoes or something, those work nice too. I don't know. I'm just trying to be resourceful. I don't know what you got going on in your pantry. Something might in there work. Okay. What about emotional? Okay. I know I heard April say irritability. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wednesday was the day I couldn't people. I did not want to people on Wednesday. Oh, Betty, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Hold on. I have her trapped. Come on, Mama. Come here. Not intentionally trapped. Come here. I just have wires coming here. Come here, baby. Come on. I know. It's okay. Come on, sweet pea. She doesn't like walking over stuff. She's like, which is good. I'm glad she doesn't just barrel through things and knock things over because I have a tripod going right now. I'm actually filming this because, friends, I am just, sometimes I don't realize things, okay? So what I'm doing right now is that, Insight Timer, you can't go back and watch the videos. I can. Teachers have access to their videos, but I can't download it and I can't share it and I can't I can replay it, but I can't share it on any other platform. So what I'm doing is I am going to be recording. So I'm going to be recording it, and then if you like the practice, I'm putting it on my other thing. And if you don't know what the other thing is, sign on to my website, which is linked to this profile, and you can find my newsletter, and the newsletter will explain things. Yes, things. Okay, cool. So I'm trying to figure things out to make more money. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be a little more resourceful here. Okay, so the wires. That's why Betty was having a hard time crossing over the wires. So I had to go help her out. All right, friends. So I'm thinking hips, and we're asking for low back. Okay, that's gonna help with some low back stuff. Sciatica. Let's take a twist too, of course, right? Of course, of course, of course. And then I was thinking of maybe we could do like a deer twist. I'm just kind of throwing some stuff we haven't done out there in a while. And then Samantha's asking for heart, so we want some heart openers too. Okay, we can definitely do that. So let me put that under energy, heart opening. All right, perfect. Groin. Yep. Target, we're going to get, yeah. So in that tadpole frog variation, we're going to target the low back, the hips, and the groin. So that's good. Yeah, deer. Okay. Okay, we're getting the sequence together. I love it. Okay, everybody, get what you need. Have your water, have your tea, whatever you are drinking this evening. Have your pet, perhaps have your props, and then let's get started. I've foregone with the music. I've kind of just left it off. Are we okay with that? Because then you can have your own. I'm okay because it's always been very low on my end that I could never hear it. So it was more for you. But if you feel like it's okay, yeah, then you can throw on your own music in the background, something you like. I love some Garth Stevenson. And then any kind of like cello, violin. You know, you could go with like native flutes too. So find something, have it in the background, set your mood, set your candles and your incense. Yeah, beautiful chorus. Oh, I love that one too, April. So much, so much, so much. I have like a whole like a morning goddess mix that I play sometimes, and beautiful choruses on it. So yeah. Okay, let's do it. Happy Friday the 13th. Welcome. Okay, let's take a comfortable seat. Let's start with just some breathing and checking in, feeling into our bodies, and then I'm going to share something too that as I was perusing my yin books tonight before practice, you know, Bernie Clark, one of the greats, The Complete Guide to Yin Yoga. It's the philosophy and the practice. I always love to pull good little nuggets from that book. But something today when I was going over Paul Grilly's book, Yin Yoga Principles and Practice, it was talking about the yin and the yang attitude. Okay, so let's take that comfortable seat. And then I'll wax philosophical for a second. But let's set up the body. So crossing your shins, maybe allowing the shins to cross a little bit more towards mid shin, and let the feet flex if you can. I remember my Iyengar teacher putting us in this posture quite frequently, and it's still challenging, right? We can still find challenge and ease, like, I don't want to say easy, but simple, right? Basic postures. We can still find the work in them. Sometimes they're even more difficult than some of the quote hard ones, right? All right, so taking your shoulders and just bringing them over your hips. Relaxing through your face, your jaw, your eyes, your cheeks, your shoulders, your neck. But still feel like you have this string pulling you up, the crown of your head, just pulling you up, nice and tall. Welcome, Betty. Welcome. The guru has arrived. Allow those eyes to close from top to bottom. And just begin to notice your breathing. Notice when the inhale stops. Notice when you begin to exhale. Notice when you come to the very bottom of your breath before the inhale starts. This right here is our ability to practice mindfulness, to be present in the moment without thinking of anything else. maybe the breath begins to deepen. Maybe that breath rises. You could feel it all the way from the base, all the way up through the belly, through the chest, all the way up to the collarbones. And then a slow, smooth exhale through the nose. So follow your breath for as long as you can. And if something distracts you and you forget about your breath, and you realize that you have forgotten about your breath, bring your attention back to your breath. That's all that it is. It's just a retraining of the mind. To be truly happy, we must also cultivate the yin qualities of patience, gratitude, and contentment. To be truly happy, we must also cultivate the yin qualities of patience, gratitude, and contentment. So let that be the theme for tonight. Patience, gratitude, contentment. Begin to wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes. Gently flutter open your eyelids. Come back to your space. Patience, gratitude, and contentment. This is all like what we like for us to truly be happy, but this is really good stuff just for our yin practice. We need to be patient. We're never forcing the body into the shape. Gratitude for what the body can do, gratitude for what we have, and then contentment, being okay with exactly where we are. This is santosha. This is part of our yoga yamas and niyamas of contentment. Just be cool with where you are, right? It's okay. There's no competition. All right, and sending it right back to you, my friends. All that love. Okay, so I think let's start with a little heart opening. Let's take it a little easy here to start. So I want to use a lot of our props tonight. So we're going to take it into a reclined bound angle posture. Now, your choice how many props you want to use, if you want to use any at all. If you don't want to use any and you're comfortable with guiding yourself into that shape, please do so. But if you want some setup, tallest block at the top, mid one, mid back, thoracic, upper back, and then you can take a bolster or no bolster. Carefully face away from the bolster, but be close enough to it and guide yourself down. This is really, maximum support here. Let the shoulders open, palms face the sky. And then if you want any support underneath the knees to support the groin, if this is too much, then do that. Again, take whichever version is going to make you the most happy tonight. Where are you going to be the most content? Where you have patience with your body and gratitude. And I think I'm just going to use the blocks tonight, just like that. All right, we're not going to be here too long. We don't need to be practicing back bends a super, super long time. Forward bends, we can do a little bit longer. So let's hang here for, let's say 3 minutes. All right, so 3 minutes in our reclined bound angle or cobbler's pose. Timer set for a client that was really long. So I needed to scroll back a little bit. Okay. And if you want to add the arms, you are more than welcome to add the arms overhead, clasping opposite elbows. If anything starts to tingle or go numb, that is your cue to come out. That just means we need more circulation. We don't want to cut off circulation. So just listen, right? You can try it out and see if it works for you. See if it's what you need. And if not, that is okay. Keep bringing yourself back to your breath. Notice if the breath is getting stuck anywhere, if you're pausing and holding your breath. And if you do, that's okay, right? We just go back to breathing. We go, oh, I was holding my breath. Let me breathe. Okay, my friends, begin to deeply take some slower breaths, or ooh, slowly begin to take a deeper breath. Wow, that was a good one. Okay. All right, now take your hands on the outsides of your knees, your thighs, and then use your arm strength to bring the knees together. If you felt a deep opening in the groin there, that's why I really want you to use your arms. I don't want you to use those tender little soft tissues we just strained, right? We just stressed them out by leaving the knees open to the sides. So we don't want to, we just want to be gentle. That's just what I want you to think about. We're just going to pause here. If you're on anything, if you're on blocks or a bolster and blocks, or if you're still on your back without anything, because that was an option too, just come back down to your back. And you can straighten the legs or keep them bent. And then maybe you just gently kind of shift the body a little side to side. Shake the legs, wiggle the hips. Or you can just be still if that suits you better. And then as you're ready, bend one knee at a time and carefully pull the knees in towards your chest. And carefully rock side to side. And then carefully make your way up to a comfortable seat. All right. I think let's take a little twist. So find a bolster or a stack of towels or blankets if that's what you're using. And I'm going to start with my bolster on my left hip. And then bring the knees into that 90-90 deer shape. I'm going to give you choices here. So you choose how deep you want to take this twist. If it's maybe just turning the hands, walking the hands one way, or maybe it is bringing both hands, one on either side of the bolster, and kind of really getting this chest to come face down. And then you can turn your head facing the knees or away for a little bit different sensation. And remember, your legs do not need to stay perfectly in those 90-90s, right? They don't need to be right angles. This is yin. It's a little different, right? It's not, Iyengar where everything has to be just so. We have loosey-goosey like rules because each body is different, right? And that's another gem that I love to pull from Bernie Clark, is that we don't use the body to get into the pose. We use the pose to get into the body. So it's not about what you look like, it's what you are sensing and feeling in the shape, right? And then wherever you're feeling it, can you soften? But be mindful. I don't want pain, sharp shooting pain, snapping. I want that dull, aching sensation, like, oh, that mild warmth feeling. All right, so let's take it into our deer twist. Again, maybe you're just placing both hands down on the floor and this is enough for you. That's enough for you, then stay here. We're gonna do 2 minutes on each side. So let me get this set up. And then you can add another blanket if you want on top to bring like a little pillow for your head. All these choices. And then just take a few breaths, just noticing how everything is feeling. If you want to start with your head facing the same direction, you can do that. I really don't know why I bring the blankets, I never get to use them. Need to grab my other set so I can use them, not just you. Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to disturb. It'll take a little while for the body. And I want you to think about this top hip. If you feel like it's not releasing, just bring a little bit more awareness to it. And then as you exhale, can you release a little bit more of that top hip? And then as you're ready, if you want, turn your head the other way. Shoulders are relaxed. You can walk the elbows out. You turned your head to either side. Just slowly exhale, bring your head back to center. Walk hands under shoulders. Inhale, slowly push away from the floor. And then just unwind. Face away from your bolster. You can leave the knees up, or you can straighten your legs. Just pause. I really want you to notice kind of like the after effect of each shape. So just being patient, noticing where you're feeling it. You might be feeling it in your hips. You might be feeling it somewhere in your spine or your neck. Like I always tell you, it's just information for you on your body. And then we're gonna get going on the other side. I just saw a little comment pop up. Hello. Oh, welcome, 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 Poonam. Hello, welcome. Hello, everybody. Joined in late. If there's anything that we have not talked about in the chat about, what you are looking for this evening, please feel free to throw it up on the chat. Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay, now, other side. I'm going to flip my bolster to the other side just so I don't completely face away from you. So it's going to be on the right hip. Pull it in. Again, put that little pillow at the top of your bolster or whatever setup you were using. Again, 90-90s, we have one leg externally rotating and then one leg internally, right, rotating. So this is just a nice one, right? We don't have too many postures where we do this. So it's nice. Something a little different. Okay, now however deep you're taking it, maybe one hand or both hands on the floor, and you're like, I'm gonna stay upright, I feel enough in the low back, then that's where you stay. But if you want a little bit more, and it feels okay, remember, we can bring this back knee in, okay? It doesn't need to stay way back here if we need that space for this top hip to allow the chest to come down, right? So just think about like, oh, like this connects that, which will allow this to rotate. Okay. 2 minutes, like before. Gently walk yourself down. Decide how you're going to have your head to begin. And then elbows can widen. And just bring that attention back to your breath. And in your own time, when you're ready, go ahead and turn your head to face away if you would like to try it out. Inhale, and then as you slowly exhale, bring your head back to center. Hands under shoulders, slowly, gently press up and away, then face away from that bolster. And then just think about what you need. Do you need to come to your back? Do you want to do something else, like a forward fold? Do you want to, I don't know, take it into like a reverse tabletop? Give yourself some choices. Like just think about where you can go from where you are and what you think would feel nice or feel good. Sometimes it's just stillness. So for me, it's stillness. I'm just going to come to my back and just pause. Let the spine settle after that twist, because it was essentially a twist. Even if you didn't come all the way down, you still walk those hands away, it was a twist. And then maybe wherever you are, you add some movement. I liked that. That was great. 2 minutes. All right. let's go a little bit more into the hips. So a choice here, shoelace or half shoelace. Half shoelace, we'll take one leg extended and then the other knee or the other ankle crossed above or below, just not on top of the knee, right? That's one choice. That's where you're headed. Otherwise, it's maybe take that bottom leg, bend the knee back. And the knees don't need to be perfectly stacked, but I do want you to think more about evenness. So if you need to slide a blanket, hi mama, I might have to move you for a second. I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry. You want to get up? You can go right back to the other one. Come on, mama, ups. Thank you. Okay, there you go. There you go. It's there. It's still there. You can go lay down. Thank you. Okay, come on. You're okay now. Come on. Come on. She needs an invitation all of a sudden. Huh? Now you need an invitation to sit on the blanket? She's really the queen around here. Okay. All right, now here we go. Half shoelace, full shoelace, whichever way you're gonna take it. Maybe this is enough for you, but I want you to be mindful about the knees. If this is too much, be honest with yourself, and I'm gonna be completely honest with myself right now and go, you know what? No, it's not working for me. Knee is feeling it, it's no reason to push it. So it's, again, being content with where we are. If I continued to bring that leg underneath, that would have been all about my ego. And I don't need to be in my ego when I'm in yin class. I'm not trying to add an injury to my body. Okay, so let's do, you know what? We're gonna do a forward fold. So let's hang here for 3 minutes and see how that feels. Now, if you need to come up sooner, please do so, but support your body in whatever way you need. So slide a bolster or slide a towel or something underneath whatever hip you feel a little, you know, the opposite leaning side. And then just begin to slowly come down. Bring your chest towards your legs. So you're going to feel different sensations depending on which version you took. The deeper you come into the one with the straight leg, you're going to feel that all the way up your leg, the straight leg, right? So if we have sciatic stuff, maybe this might be a good choice. This might be a better choice than taking the legs both, you know, both knees bent. Try them both out. See which one you like better. All right, my friends. Slowly begin to bring yourself back up. Use your hands to support you. Carefully unwind your legs, shake them out, or be still. Whatever is going to meet your needs right now. Whew. Anybody take the straight leg version and feel something a little different? It was a strong sensation for me tonight, so I was like very pleased. I was like, oh, okay. Sometimes it's nice to switch it up, you know? Like if you normally do full shoelace, try the half shoelace, you know? And I think just for balance sake for me, I know I can do it with the other knee on top on the other side, but I'm just gonna take it in the same half shoelace as the other side just to see a difference. If I can notice the same sensation on this side as that side. That's where I'm going today. And this is that curious nature that hopefully you do approach your practice with, and it's not just routine of like, oh, we're doing butterfly again. Okay, da 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 da. But like try to look for a different sensation maybe than you normally do. At least that's what I'm experimenting with tonight. Okay, so whichever version you're taking, let's go ahead and get there. Slowly walking the hands forward, coming into that fold. And again, if you needed something on one side, maybe you need it on this side as well, or observe. Maybe it's different. Soften. If you took the legs, one leg straight, just soften that straight leg. Remember, it's not a yin guard. It doesn't need to be, we're not pushing the heel forward and flexing the toes back. See if you can let the leg kind of roll open. It does need to be in a little bit, for me, a certain way so it is comfortable. But you can also use some props if you need to. Maybe slide a block under this knee if you want more support for it. Something like that, right? Kind of take the knee out of it to focus on the straight leg. Allowing that breath to move the sensation. My friends, slowly on your inhale, bring yourself up, unwind your legs. And again, take movement or be still. Allow that rebound effect to kind of wash over the body. Notice where you're feeling it. Do you feel tender? Is there just a little more sensation in a certain area? Just take note, pay attention. Just spend about 3 more breaths wherever we are. Okay. And then as you're ready, take some movement. And come up. Just for a moment, we are going to be heading into that super, super deep groin hip opener. This is hopefully going to be beneficial for our low back as well. But again, use whatever props you might think you need. A bolster might be lovely here. We're heading into like frog and our tadpole variations. So let's see how it goes. Mamas, let me think here. I'm gonna use, I think I'd be okay. I might just be okay with one. All right, I'm gonna take my blanket across the mat. You can also turn your body so you're the same. That might actually work better for me tonight too. Take your knees wide and then, or just come more like into a child's pose. Take the knees wide, but let the feet, big toes stay together. And then this could be your frog, your tadpole, one choice, right? Another choice too is if, like, same idea, right? But you straighten one leg. So this is kind of like the half one. If you'd rather do something like that. Okay, I'll turn the other way so you can see the bent one. Like this. Right? So you can do something like that if that's gonna work better for you, just opening up one side at a time. We're gonna be here for 3 minutes, so I'll time it one minute and a half on each side. So if that's where you're heading, if you are gonna be doing both, we can start. I'm gonna set the timer. Again, you wanna bring that bolster, bring it underneath the belly and the chest. If you wanna do something like that, if you wanna kind of like take out the upper body and just focus more on the lower body and the hips. Choices. You know your body. You know what it's asking for. I'm just giving you choices and options to meet those needs. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Okay, now if you want to get deeper, then you're going to take those knees wide, and then maybe you're going to take your feet and the ankles underneath the knees. This can get super deep. We don't need to be here for a really long time to feel things. So I'm keeping watch of the clock. So if you're taking the one half of your frog or tadpole, I'll cue you when to go to the other side. Now, if you want more sensation, if you're here, then you can gently walk your elbows back and bring your hips closer towards your heels. That's just gonna add so much more to the shape. But don't forget to breathe. You took half of the tadpole or frog, go ahead, switch sides, bend the other knee, straighten the other leg. And if you are doing both sides like me, either tadpole or frog, full, stay where you are and just keep breathing. And then just notice, did it get easier somewhere? Can you add a little bit more pressure? Pull the hips back more, or maybe take the feet out wider. Choices, options. Nothing is mandatory. So lots of external. Just looking at our sequence tonight, we had internal, external, or yeah, external for that first one. Half shoelace, one external, or both. Right, so we'll do some other stuff to kind of counterbalance after this as well. Okay, my friends, our timer is up. Whew. Carefully, carefully bring those big toes together. Let's take a nice counter pose of a child's pose. I'm going to bring both of my knees together because I think that's just is what's going to feel best for my low back and the insides of my thighs. I'm going to gently bring my forehead onto the bolster. I'm not going to time this one. We're just going to breathe here for a while. If you want to relax the upper arms, just drape them alongside your body. And breathe. Stay here for about 3 more cycles of breath. And carefully, maybe just begin to rock a little side to side here in your child's pose. And then bring your hands under your shoulders. Slowly inhale, come up. Let's prepare for a twist. I love the twist, at the very end, just to kind of recalibrate, bring some evenness to both sides and then the nervous system too. So make your way down onto your back. And let's just start with the feet about as wide as the yoga mat. Let the knees knock in together. And just see how that settles on your hips. And then maybe you take some movement. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. So keep the feet nice and wide. Get a little bit more. Try it. See what happens if you bring the feet together. It's okay, right? It's just different. But I feel like you get more out of it when you bring the feet wider. So the next time the knees drop over to the right, just let them stay there. And if you'd like to add that right foot on top of the left quad, you can do that. That just adds a little bit more torque in the twist. And I took my left arm kind of out at a kind of like a goalpost arm, but brought my elbow up a little bit higher. So you can take your arms any way you like. You can take them out as well. They don't even have to be a part of this shape. Patience, gratitude, and contentment. Mm-hmm. Did we have that patience in our practice? And then carefully just bring that right foot down if you added it. If you want to bring some movement back to the shape, you can do that. We practice gratitude for all the things the body can do. Instead of focusing on what it cannot do, think about what it can do. And then the contentment piece, are we okay with that? Like, learn to be okay with it. All right, knees to the left, feet are wide. Maybe add the left foot on top of the right quad, and then maybe the upper body as well. Make it a goalpost arm. Breathing here. Stay for 3 more rounds of breath here. And as you exhale, release the top foot from the knee. Inhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, hug them in. Give yourself a little rock side to side. Gently stir up the feet or happy baby. Maybe lift up the tailbone and bring it down. Just notice how that feels on the hips after all that hip work we did. And then as you are ready, let us take it into our final resting shape. Add whatever props you need. Maybe take a blanket for the head, a bolster. Might feel really lovely underneath the knees, and that's what I'm going to do. Monday, I had the privilege to sub restorative yoga at a studio here in Vegas that I used to practice at, and I don't quite practice there anymore. Just it's not in my wheelhouse right now to be at a studio practicing. But they have these lovely, lovely sandbags, and I think I need one in my life. Now, I'm not going to require them, but if you would like to have a sandbag, maybe you already do have one. Anybody out there already have a sandbag? They're lovely, right? And so this would be one of those times where I would take that sandbag and I would place it over my hips for that extra kind of grounding support. If you have one, do it. And if not, that's okay. But you can also, if you have like another bolster or kind of a heavier pillow, you can place that over your hips. And it just really brings a nice sensation. It makes me fall asleep pretty much. So let us spend a few moments here in our final resting position. Again, maybe bringing to mind those 3 qualities to be truly happy with our yin practice, but I would say also for life: patience, gratitude, and contentment. Patience, gratitude, and contentment. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Bring some movement to your fingers and to your toes. And maybe wiggle the hips. And inhale, take the arms overhead, full body stretch. Oh yes, Betty, yes. Down dog it out, girl. Hug the knees into the chest. And just carefully roll over to one side before you come up. We will close our Friday Feel Good yoga practice. Hopefully we're feeling good. I know my hips are definitely going to be saying something to me later, and I'm okay with that. Just be gentle with yourself for the rest of the evening. Okay, Betty, come here. Come on, we're going to close practice. Come here. Come on, lean out. I know, okay, we can go over here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here. Okay, there we go. She listens sometimes. She's a good girl. She's the best. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining. So something did come up, so wild. I was supposed to have a guest this weekend. Didn't happen, but I had already canceled class, and by the time I found out, it was too late for me to add back the Sunday practice. So I still have Sunday practice off for next Sunday, but that may be added. I'm not really sure. But the following weekend, for sure, I won't be because I will be at that conference here in Las Vegas. We're having a holistic health conference at the Rio. So anybody coming to it? And if you are, let's connect. Okay, it's going on for 4 days. All right, friends, on your inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Whoops, I plant, palms touch. Exhale, bringing down all of that divine universal energy to your heart centers. And that divine universal energy vibrates as the frequency of love through which you and I and all sentient beings are connected on this planet. Namaste. Thank you so much, my friends. Enjoy your evening. Your donations are greatly appreciated. And let's see, do we have any comments, any feedback from practice tonight? Poonam, you're welcome. Stella, thank you. Jean, thank you. Yes, William, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, Betty's the best. Oh, I see you got a pooch too. Hi. Cute. Thank you, Susan. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you have 104. Oh, that's so cool. I love every time like I come over, you know, like it's starting with like however like the 4, the 8, the 10, and then you know like the 23, and then it was like 60, and then now it's 104. So I love that, you guys. Thank you so much. Like I said, I have recorded this class. If you liked it and you want to do it again, yeah, perfect, Peyton. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. Priscilla, thank you so much. Ah, yes, deer post, so good. I love it too. It's just, we need to do more deer, right? It's so good. So like I said, I have recorded it. If you would like a copy of it, please find my other thing I have going on, Patreon. And then I will throw it up there if you want to have this practice forever. All right, friends, I will see you next Friday, 5 p.m. for Yin, not Sunday, unfortunately. It was too late for me to throw it back on because we have to put up things 48 hours in advance. So I had already canceled it, and by the time I remember, it was like I found out it was too late. Yeah, Eva, perfect. All right, friends, I will see you soon. Enjoy and drink your water. Bye-bye.